the chairman for this company, and the one who actually broke this up into 6 different companies. Overall, I have to say it was a brilliant decision. We have amazing results. The one company that actually continues to invest heavily, and the only company, is Baldwin. Andrew sold out $5 million worth of plant improvements. Chester did nothing. Erie did nothing. Digby invested a piddly $750,000, and Ferris $2.2 million. But Baldwin continues to spend, and spent $8 million this last round. So, although they're only in 4th highest stock, that's probably where I put my money for the future, because they are looking to the future. The end.
Alright, as we can see here in round 1, our product Baker is among all the other products, which caused a loss in sales and market share.
In round 1, we had a problem with Baker being right in the middle of the entire market, and as you can see in round 4, we have moved him out a little bit from the rest, still keeping a fair amount of the market share, and we've also introduced our product Boom and Bob into the high-tech markets to allow us to expand our market share.
The best where it is right now is probably Bob. Now I'd have to look at your numbers for sure and see if that's the case. But the nice thing about Bob is he's actually fairly close to the high demand center, plus he has this segment that's locked off for him only. And there's no one else that really competes in that outer segment. So Bob's actually, I think, located very nicely. And in terms of your capacity, it seems like you've specified your capacity quite nicely with respect to that. So I think Bob's looking pretty good. Okay, at the moment, you're not maxed out on either of those two with your capacity, as I can see it. So you've still got a little bit of capacity. If you were going to just stay there, I don't see that you necessarily need to increase capacity, because again, you don't have it maxed out. But you are getting close, so it just depends on how the costs are adjusting. And I'm not sure if they increase as you get closer and closer to constraint or not. If they do, then you'd want to give yourself a little more room. But if they're constant, then you're not being capacity constrained. You're being affected by the demand segment that's available to you. Baker, on the other hand, is close to being maxed out, but not entirely. So if the costs are constant, then Baker's got a really nice mix. The capacity is set nicely given what the demand segment is.
Well, Baldwin, over the past 5 years, we've been steadily increasing. Our sales have steadily increased from a base of around almost 90 million up to currently we're at about 130 million. Our sales have increased substantially from, again, about 90 million up to almost 130 million in 2017. Correlated with that, our profits have increased over that time frame up to over 33 million. But with that, our return on sales has had an increase from 10%. So our sales as a percentage of net income, we had net income was about 10% of those sales. But in 2007, and that was 2014. In 2017, we've increased that to over 25%. So the sales that we are now having, we're able to keep more of that in our net profit. And so as we see those trends over the last 4 or 5 years, those trends give us a very strong indication that over the next 4 or 5 years and into the foreseeable future, that we are going to have strong sustainability, and that we will be able to attain sales of somewhere between 140 to 150 million in 2018. That we'll be able to then see a correlation in profits, that we will have profits of somewhere around 40 million, and we'll see that in our return on equity, or should be able to maintain about where it's at, maybe have a slight increase. Our return on assets, we should see a definite increase of a percentage or two over that time, and then our return on sales, based on that 140 to 150 million of sales and approximately 40 million in profit, we should be able to see that increase and be able to maintain and get close to about 30% of return on sales.
All right, I think we should move Boom up here to take a little more market share, and move Bob down here to kind of get ahead of the game with Daffles.
All right, Spencer, what do you think?
I concur. I think Bob should be moved as close to Daffel down below, cut into his market share.
Baldwin Corporation.
Improving the market, changing lives, and cutting costs.
By constantly changing our products, investing in tool management, and increasing automation.